Hey, hello, and welcome back. I am Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity. I am so glad you're here. This is another episode of the Getting to Clarity Show. This is the place that you come if you would like tips, tools, and techniques to create more of an impact in your leadership, your career, your business with less of a sacrifice in your life. I call that the Clarity Edge. So welcome, and today we are talking about a game-changing tool. How to create your own personal clarity compass and use it to navigate your career with confidence. So stay tuned. What if the next step in your career wasn't about doing more, but what if it was about getting clearer? So for anyone feeling pulled in a dozen different directions, the challenge isn't knowing what to do, it's knowing what matters most. All right. And using that clarity to make decisions that lead to meaningful growth. And that's exactly what the Clarity Compass helps you do. So why does this matter? Well, without a compass, even the most driven leaders can drift. It's not a lack of ambition that slows us down. It's the pressure to do everything, please everyone, and keep pushing, powering through it, right? Even when something doesn't feel right. So over time, that leads to exhaustion. I have been there. And it leads to second guessing or just the creeping sense that you've lost touch with your purpose. There's got to be something more than this. The Clarity Compass puts intention back in focus, right? It puts the intention on the center of your career and it helps you to focus on what's important, not just what's urgent. All right. It gives you a filter for making decisions, for setting goals and protecting your energy along the way. When you know what truly matters, the path forward becomes easier to see and easier to act on. So what exactly is the Clarity Compass? I'm so glad you asked. The Clarity Compass is a tool and it helps you to lead yourself forward with purpose. It centers your career decisions around four key forces: direction, focus, energy, and action. Think of it as your personal GPS. When you feel off track, it brings you back to what matters most. You don't need hours of time or a mountain of sticky notes. You just need a few intentional moments to pause, reflect, and decide what your next clear move looks like. So here's how to create yours. Step number one, reconnect with your why. Start with your purpose, your personal reason for doing the work that you do. Ask yourself, why did I choose this path in the first place? What kind of impact do I want to make? What values guide how I lead, show up, and grow? Your why is the anchor of your clarity compass. It's in the north position. And when things feel uncertain, and holy cow, do we have a lot of uncertainty now, it refocuses you when the noise gets loud. Step number two, define your next growth opportunity. Okay, now that you're anchored, zoom in on what's next. So what's your next level of career growth? This doesn't have to be a title change. It could be stepping into more visibility. It could be growing your influence. It could be creating better harmony between your work and your professional or personal life. Maybe it is developing a new skill set. Be specific. Clarity doesn't live in generalities. Ask yourself, what kind of role or responsibility excites me? What would it mean to grow right now? What's your definition of it? Write down a clear sentence. My next opportunity is to, and make sure it is so clear that if you handed it to someone else, they would know exactly what you intend to do. Step number three, identify who can help you. Momentum multiplies when you stop going it alone. So ask yourself, who do I already have in my corner, in my circle? Who do I know that stretches me? Who's done what I want to do? Or maybe they're a little further down the path. Some more support might come from mentors, colleagues, or even friends. So consider conversations you can have with people. Don't forget about books. Don't forget about podcasts. There's a lot of information out there, even communities that align with your path, maybe in a trade association. Clarity doesn't mean isolation. It's about knowing where you are and who can walk with you. Step number four, break down the goal. I call this the org chart method. Big goals can feel overwhelming when they're vague. Clarity comes when you turn the big picture into a step-by-step roadmap. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to visualize an organizational chart, okay? And I want you to visualize your goal as the president at the top of the org chart. Okay, you with me? This is your big vision, your next opportunity. Now, identify 3 to 5 major supporting categories that are going to help you achieve that. These go in the senior vice president slots, okay? And they are key areas that support your success. So, for example, if visibility and executive presence might be, it could be that strategic project ownership is one. It could be that team development is another. Maybe it's mentorship and sponsorship. So these are your SVPs, okay? Underneath the SVPs, you want to list your specific doable tasks. These are like your department heads, right? These are the projects, the habits, the small actions that help you move each category forward. So let's say one of your SVPs is visibility and executive presence. All right. So your tasks might include presenting at the next team meeting. It might be scheduling a coffee with a senior leader or two. Maybe it's updating your internal bio or your LinkedIn profile, and that creates more visibility. So this structure of continually chunking it down to get you into action is going to help you move from overwhelmed to organized. So you're not just chasing a goal, you are leading it. So you have a team of strategies that supports you and your vision. Isn't that great? So what does this look like in practice? Let's say your why is to lead with purpose and to create space for other people to grow. All right, your next opportunity is to step into a leadership role. Okay, you know your growth depends on better visibility, working more with others, collaboration, right? And support from perhaps a sponsor or a mentor. So you use the org chart model to break the goal down. You speak up more often, you refine how you share your value, and suddenly you're not waiting for clarity, you're using it. Isn't that exciting? So your next clear move, here's what it is. Take 30 minutes in the next 48 hours and create your own clarity compass. Start with your why, define what's next, map out who can support you, and then turn that vision into clear steps using the org chart method. Okay? And do that this week. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You don't need to do more to prove that you're ready. Clarity doesn't come from checking every box. It comes from getting quiet, getting real, and choosing to lead from what matters most. I've been where you are. Balancing ambition with uncertainty. And here's what I've learned. Clarity is already inside of you. You just need the right actions to be able to unlock it. So let's build your compass so that you can take your next clear step with confidence. And if you'd like more support in creating or applying your Clarity Compass, just head on over to my website. You can connect with me there at www.debbiepetersonspeaks.com. Whether it's a one-on-one conversation or perhaps you're interested in a keynote or some sort of consulting with your team, we will build a customized path forward together. So until the next time, here is wishing you all the clarity that you deserve. Be good to yourself. Take care.